This episode is based on a blog post from Mahalet, Mahleta, Mahaleta 98.wordpress.com. Mahaleta, Mahaleta 98.wordpress.com. And it's on the My Journey Through Life blog. This was written on March 27th, 2018. Is it just me? Thoughts of Molly. I was telling my friend recently that I have started feeling like a child who just entered the candy store, oohing and eyeing at all the treats. One of the first treats that I had when I got back was a trip to Ivar's for some clam chowder. This is one of the rituals my friend and I did whenever she would visit. Of course, the last time I can recall, my son was still pretty young and in a stroller. I can remember wearing my tan boots, trying to act strong and keep up with motherhood. Mind you, they had heels that added to my height, and we were walking up a few hills to get to the bus routes. When he was in the stroller, he was in the stroller looking up at me while I was acting like I could do anything. Yes, reader, that was my early stages of motherhood. Fast forward a few years, and here I am trying to act like I can do anything. I admit I stutter sometimes when I search for the word in my head. I traded my boots for walking shoes that I absolutely love when my feet are cooperating. No stumbles yet in 2018, says my usually clumsy side. I am falling in love with life all over again. I decided to be in a new environment with friends to help me through this stage of healing that I'm in. I connect with my mom via email and text messaging, with phone calls in between, with my stories of cooking to fill in the blanks. Yes, she is pretty proud of me. I won't say the depression anxiety doesn't bother me. That would be a lie. I am thought I am thought trying different activities to distract me from the dark symptoms that come with those conditions. I even found a town in the area, Mill Creek, that I have used as my exploring grounds. The main street area with all kinds of stores and shops has been my favorite place. I can go out in the dark and find my way back without too much anxiety. Of course, it took several weeks and my phone at my side, in case I realized I couldn't find my way back. A few weeks back, I had my consistent cough that loves to drain me of my energy and mood. My sad stress anxiety depression decided to take advantage of that. Boy, do they do a dance of joy and prick me with their pitchforks. It was during that time that I questioned myself and whether I was improving. My fantastic support team was there to battle with my depression and remind me that I was loved and, yes, improving greatly. One of the best advice I had gotten this past week was I needed to be patient with myself. I recall shaking my head and wondering what that was. So this is me being expressive readers, trying to find my way back from the ditches of depression into being the creative writer that I am. Keep joining my blog to see what's next in this journey of life. Sarika Machu. Now, the title of this is Just Me. Is it Just Me? Thoughts of Molly. And as I'm reading this, I am realizing that most of my mental health conditions were starting around that time. I was trying my best to be the greatest mom there was. All right, so he was about a year and a half, or not even a year and a half, about 6 months, somewhere around there, when I wrote this. I was coming up with this post, and I realized that the stress, anxiety, depression that I was talking about would come back and live with me for the rest of my life, I would imagine saying. And now I deal with it 10 plus years later. And I was a young mother, well, young for me, and I had to deal with, uh, a, I was married, but I felt like I was a single mom, doing all the work, trying my best to get everything done. And no matter how hard I worked, I felt exhausted. I felt like I couldn't handle it. I couldn't deal with it. I'm pretty sure at some point I had postpartum disorder, which nobody's actually diagnosed me with it, but I had a feeling because I was taking on so much and doing it on my own. My son's father encouraged me to use cloth diapers. Now, at the time, I had worked in daycares and worked as preschool kids, and we dealt with not cloth diapers but disposable diapers. And when he suggested that, I was like, first of all, I was like, what's a cloth diaper? I've never really heard of one. I had to do a Google research and see, first of all, if they were actual things, and second of all, if I actually knew what to do with it. And luckily, my mom had used them with my brother and I, so she was able to give me some advice on not just the buckling and everything or buttoning around his my son's waist, but basically how to do the cleaning part. And I laugh now, but it was so funny because I looked at it and I was like, okay, what do I do next? And I would call my mom and she says, well, you got to remove it. I'm like, how? So I think he installed some kind of like those little hose things to rinse off the, well, dare I say, poop, and made it easier for me to do. And then I was like, okay, now what? I I had no idea how to deal with these cloth diaper things. I mean, I knew that you had to put it, after a while I figured out you put it in the laundry and you wash and dry kind of thing. And I gotta tell you, I was looking at it like some foreign fool going, really? People use this? And I had to learn what kind of detergent to use and what helps so it didn't bother his skin. And it was crazy because I was like, how do I, what do I, and what does that do? It's like all my experience with working with kids, babysitting, and working in daycares and working in a preschool just went out the window. And I was like, all right, this is something new. I know I can handle this. It's just a diaper. Let's just say I snuck in some disposable diapers in between times because I was like, I just can't. It's a lot of work, I tell you. I don't know if any of the moms out there had experience with this. So I just want to mention that Mahaleta 98 at WordPress.com was my first blog on WordPress. And it's been 10 plus years since I started writing these blogs. And I tell you, it made me feel so much better because I was able to blow off some steam, ask for advice, write down my thoughts. It was wonderful. It was the beginning of my blogging career. Yes, that's what I called it, my blogging career. And I loved every minute of it. I chronicled all the dirty diapers and having to do laundry. My best favorite rule was to go to sleep when the baby's sleeping. I found that to be the most fabulous idea because I, including feedings, I was exhausted and I was like waking up every 2 hours feeding him, and then it's like, okay, Then I sleep, and then the alarm goes off again, and I'm like, ugh. So, like I said, I felt like a single mom doing everything, laundry, making sure the diapers are done, everything like that. And I tell you, it was quite an interesting thing. I've decided if I have another child, cloth diapers are not going to be part of the deal. They will be the thing that I'll be just looking at going, no, sorry, not this time. Anyway, so I just wanted to share this blog post with you because I thought maybe there are out there some moms or just even young people who are babysitting for the first time and they're looking at these little ones with these diapers and saying, okay, so how do I do this? So this is a little advice from Sarah Gamachu on how to do it. All right, I'll see you all another time. Thanks. Bye.